In the mid-19th century, China was a land teetering on the edge of chaos. The Qing Dynasty, ruling for centuries, faced internal corruption, famine, and the growing resentment of millions of peasants. Amid this turmoil arose a man named Hong Xiuquan, a failed civil service exam candidate who claimed to have visions of a heavenly kingdom. He believed himself the younger brother of Jesus Christ, sent to cleanse the world of demons and corrupt rulers. Hong's teachings were radical, blending Christianity with Chinese traditions and his own interpretations. He preached equality, communal living, and the overthrow of the decadent Qing elite. What began as small gatherings of disciples soon swelled into a massive movement, drawing tens of thousands of followers from the impoverished countryside. By the early 1850s, Hong declared the establishment of the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom, a rival state challenging the authority of the Qing Dynasty itself. The rebellion quickly grew into one of the bloodiest conflicts in human history. Taiping forces captured vast territories, including Nanjing, which they made their capital, renaming it Tianjin, the heavenly capital. The rebels instituted sweeping reforms. Land was redistributed, slavery was abolished within their territories, and strict moral codes were enforced. Women gained unprecedented rights. They could serve in the military, hold positions of authority, and participate in public life. Shocking traditional Chinese society, yet the rebellion was not merely ideological. It was brutal and unforgiving. Cities that resisted were sacked, and entire populations were massacred in the name of the Taiping cause. At its peak, the movement controlled roughly one-third of China's population, with armies numbering in the millions. The Qing government, alarmed and desperate, mobilized both imperial forces and regional militias to crush the uprising. The ensuing war was horrific. It lasted over 14 years, leaving China devastated, its economy in ruins, and tens of millions dead. Estimates ranged from 20 to 30 million casualties. Floods of refugees overwhelmed cities, famine spread across the countryside, and disease ran rampant in the chaos of war. Even in victory, the Taiping armies were plagued by internal dissent, rivalries and betrayals that slowly eroded their power. Hong Xiuquan, despite his visions and charisma, was unable to maintain control. His leadership became increasingly erratic, and he grew paranoid of conspiracies among his closest generals. As Qing forces regained territory and European powers weighed their alliances, the Heavenly Kingdom's power began to crumble. By 1864, Nanjing fell to Qing forces after a prolonged siege, and Hong's dream of a divine kingdom ended in utter defeat. The legacy of the Taiping Rebellion is profound. It exposed the fragility of imperial China and highlighted the potential for mass movements fueled by ideology and desperation. It also showed the devastating consequences of civil war on an industrializing world. Long before modern warfare would bring similar scales of death, historians view it as both a cautionary tale and a tragic reflection of human suffering driven by faith, ambition, and rebellion. Even today, the remnants of the Heavenly Kingdom's influence linger in the regions it once controlled. Tales of Hong Xiuquan's visions, the armies of women soldiers, and the ambitious reforms continue to captivate scholars and storytellers alike. The Taiping Rebellion reminds us that even the most visionary dreams can unleash unimaginable destruction. When clashing with entrenched power, it serves as a haunting testament to the power of belief, the cost of rebellion, and the human capacity for both idealism and violence. For those who study history, the rebellion is a stark reminder that revolutions are rarely clean or heroic. They are messy, bloody, and often fueled by desperation as much as conviction. Yet in the hearts of the oppressed peasants who joined Hong's cause, there was hope. A hope that a divine mandate could overturn centuries of suffering. That hope, tragically, came at a cost few could imagine, leaving a scar on China's history that endures to this day. Like and subscribe so you don't miss even more interesting historical facts.